Skate finally crawled its way onto Steam, and the reviews are about as mixed as a cocktail made by a blindfolded squirrel. EA promised us the glorious return of one of the most beloved skateboarding franchises in gaming history, and instead delivered what looks like a mobile game that accidentally wandered onto PC. You know a release is freaking bad when players are comparing it to drinking expired milk and going,
Yeah, actually I'd rather risk food poisoning than play this again.
The craziest part? Skate isn't new. This isn't a fresh indie experiment. It's EA bringing back a franchise people have begged for over a decade. Imagine being handed a golden ticket, the chance to revive skateboarding games to give players something fresh, fun and worthy of the hype, and instead of cashing it in, you eat the golden ticket and choke on it in front of people. That's Skate on Steam. Oh, but don't worry guys, your hero is here. We're not just going to poke fun at EA today.
No, we're going full on roast.
This will be a massacre, a comedy funeral, except instead of flowers, people are laying down broken controllers and refund receipts. Well, there is no refunds, technically, because, well, the game is free, but
that's what they want you to think.
Strap in, gamers and gamerettes, because if you thought EA couldn't embarrass themselves harder than charging $10 for horse armor back in 2006,
oh buddy, you're in for a freaking treat.
Let's start with the biggest slap in the face. EA decided to turn Skate into a live service freaking game. That's right, the same company infamous for milking every last drop of money out of players looked at a chill skateboarding franchise and thought,
what if we turn this into a hostage situation?
Because nothing screams radical rebellious skate culture like being forced to log into servers, grind for cosmetic scraps, and pray you don't disconnect halfway through a trick. It's a freaking mockery. Skateboarding games used to be about freedom, expression, and goofing off with friends. EA looked at it and said,
cool, what if we made it about daily login bonuses and premium battle passes?
The essence of skateboarding, rebellion, individuality, doing dumb tricks in parking lots until your knees give out, has been replaced by spreadsheets, progress bars, and store tabs begging you to buy a pack of
ugly digital socks.
And here's the thing, it doesn't even work freaking well. Players are reporting lag, server issues, and a gameplay loop so empty it feels like EA accidentally shipped us an alpha build. The live service model only works if you're delivering content worth coming back for. Skate, on the other hand, feels like being invited to a freaking party where the host forgot the food, the drinks, and the music,
but still charge you for the entry at the door.
On Steam, Skate currently sits at mixed reviews, which is basically Steam's polite way of saying,
yeah, this game's a disaster, but we don't want to get sued.
The reviews are littered with people saying things like, it's okay if you squint, or it will be probably good in 5 years, which, let's be honest, is gamer code for refund pending. The thing is, there is no refund, the game is free.
Or at least that's what you think.
The thing about Steam reviews is they cut through the PR freaking nonsense. EA can spend millions on trailers, influencers, and corporate buzzwords like
redefining the skateboarding experience.
But none of that matters when some random dude named Kickflip Master drops a review saying this game feels like eating cardboard. Now that sticks. And honestly, mixed is way above what the game actually deserves. If a restaurant served you cold fries, watered down soda, and a rat climbing out of your burger, would you call the experience mixed?
No, you'd call the freaking health inspector.
But EA, they look at a 50-50 split between positive and negative reviews and go,
see, half the people love us.
Yeah, and the other half hates you. That's not balanced, that's failure with a participation trophy.
Ugh, EA, when will you ever learn?
Anyways, moving on, one of the crown jewels of past Skate games was the physics. Every grind, every flip, every wipeout felt like it was out of this world but grounded. It had that sweet spot between realism and ridiculousness that made the series fun. Now,
the physics engine in the Steam release looks like it was programmed by nerds who only had 2 YouTube tutorials and a freaking dream.
Players are clipping through walls, boards are snapping like breadsticks, and sometimes tricks just don't register. You'll do a full spin, land perfectly, and the game says,
nah, you bailed.
It's like the game itself doesn't believe in you. Skateboarding is supposed to be about flow, but this feels more like trying to ollie on a treadmill covered in butter. And the wipeouts? Oh, don't even get me started on those. Not because they're realistic, but because they look like your character's bones are made of Play-Doh. Watching a skater collapse after a minor bump feels less like a Tony Hawk realism and more like an unhinged ragdoll simulator. It's hilarious the first few times, but then you realize this wasn't intentional comedy, it's just bad programming. Now, ladies and gentlemen, would it really be an EA game if there weren't monetization schemes lurking in the shadows? Even though this game isn't stuck with loot boxes,
yet
you can feel the gears turning. EA didn't make Skate free to play out of generosity. Oh no. They made it free to play because they want you hooked before they drain your wallet like a vampire with a credit card. Battle passes, cosmetic shops, premium gear, you know it's coming. Right now it's mostly skins and fluff, but give it a few months, just a few months, and I guarantee we will see
legendary kickflip animations locked behind a $20 paywall.
EA's business model is simple. Give players just enough to get addicted, then nickel and dime the hell out of them until they're skateboarding on death.
And EA, just a small, tiny, whiny note.
The cosmetics don't even look good. Who's paying real money to make their skater look like a rejected background character from a low-budget Netflix show? At least if you're going to monetize fashion, make the clothes worth flexing. EA somehow made digital drip look like thrift store leftovers. Here is the tragedy, guys. The original skate had soul. It was weird, janky, creative, and packed with personality. You could tell the developers loved skating, loved the culture, and wanted to capture that. This new skate,
It feels like it was designed by a boardroom committee that thinks a kickflip is just another kind of Starbucks drink.
the energy, the humor, the personality, all gone. Everything is sterilized and corporate. The game doesn't celebrate skateboarding culture, it commodifies it. Instead of fun challenges, quirky NPCs, or wacky physics moments, you get sterile missions and generic grind loops. It's like they stripped the joy out of skating and replaced it with freaking homework. Skateboarding is about rebellion, about carving your own path and breaking rules. EA somehow made it feel like clocking in at your boring 9-to-5 job.
Congratulations, you did your daily objectives. Now come back tomorrow for more.
Skateboarding is not supposed to be a chore.
But EA made sure it became one.
Now you know a game is struggling when players spend more time compiling glitch montages than actually skating. The bugs in Skate are everywhere. Characters freezing mid-air, textures not loading, menus breaking, sound cutting off, and yes, entire servers collapsing under the weight of EA's freaking incompetence. Now, let's be fair, glitches can sometimes be fun. We all love a good ragdoll moment or a goofy bug, but when it happens constantly, it's not a feature, it's a red freaking flag. Players are reporting bugs so bad they couldn't even finish basic tutorials. Imagine booting up a game, excited to land your first ollie, only to have the game crash harder than your skater after clipping a freaking curb. And the refund request? Freaking skyrocketing! EA, how the heck do you refund skyrocket a free-to-play game? Steam's 2-hour refund policy is basically the MVP here. EA thought they could hook players long enough to sneak in microtransactions, but instead gamers are piecing out faster than a skater running from more security. Ugh, EA, oh my goodness gracious. While they're fumbling Skate like a hot potato, competitors are quietly laughing their way to the bank. Indie skateboarding titles like Session and Skater XL are looking at Skate's dumpster fire and going,
Ooh, thanks for the free marketing.
Players disappointed by Skate are now flocking to alternatives, boosting the competition. EA, you had the freaking advantage. You had the brand recognition, the hype, the nostalgia. But what do? You freaking blow it. It's like being handed home field advantage in the Super Bowl and still losing by 40 freaking points. I swear, Skate could have dominated the genre. Instead, it handed down the crown to smaller studios who actually care about skateboarding. Imagine being EA, a billion-dollar company, and losing to a handful of passionate developers working out of their apartments. That's not just embarrassing, that's career-ending comedy. Guys, here's the freaking bottom line. EA has a special ability.
They have the magical ability to ruin everything they touch.
Star Wars, Battlefield, Anthem, SimCity, all turned into disasters by EA's greed and in-freaking competence. Skate, unfortunately, is just the latest victim in a long line of beloved franchises sacrificed on the altar of live service. It's almost impressive how consistent they are.
Disappointing.
You'd think at some point they'd stumble into success by accident. Oh, but no! EA failing is as reliable as gravity. The company could announce a remake of Tetris and somehow find a way to sell you extra blocks for $5 each. So, yeah, Skate flopping on Steam isn't surprising. It's just EA being, well, EA. And at this point, the only real shock would have been if they actually released a good game. So, in the end, what do we take away from all of this? Simple. EA had the chance to bring Skate back in glory, but instead delivered a hollow, buggy, money-grabbing live service mess that nobody asked for. The reviews are brutal, the fans are angry, and the only thing this game seems to be good at is reminding us why people stopped trusting EA years ago. But here's the thing, it's not completely over. Skate could still turn things around. If EA actually takes a hard look, I mean a really hard look in the mirror, listens to their community and puts effort into fixing what's broken instead of chasing the next monetization gimmick, this game might have a second wind. There is still time for them to earn back trust, but if they don't move fast, Skate will go down as yet another franchise EA killed for freaking profit. What do you guys think? Did EA just officially bury Skate for good, or is there still hope buried somewhere under the mountain of glitches and monetization schemes? Drop your thoughts down below, and maybe, just maybe, someone at EA will read them and realize what they've done. But knowing EA,
They'll probably just sell your comment back to you as DLC.
guys, gamers and gamerettes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content in the future. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.